And Muslims keep it in the drawing room and they distribute free of charge. And if we happen to sell this also, suppose if you go for Hajj, and in Hajj if we sell for 1 riyal, 99% will buy, 99.9% will buy it. It's a snake in the house. It's a snake in the house. Any Arabic thing we see, we think it's a kalam of Allah Ta'ala, we sit and keep it. We should not cause disrespect to it. They are in the field. We should not use these techniques. These are deceitful techniques. Qur'an says in Surah Isra chapter 17 verse 81, وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَاقَ الْبَاطِلِ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. When truth is heard like in falsehood, falsehood perishes. For falsehood is by its nature bound to perish. We don't have to use the deceitful techniques, but we have to understand that these people, they are using technology, they are using media, not only to propagate their faith, even to undermine Islam, to malign Islam, to catch fish. Do you know, in the span of last 150 years, there were 60,000 books written against Islam and our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 60,000. In the last 150 years, 60,000 books were written against Islam and our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I doubt if Muslims have written so many books in English language to promote Islam. I doubt. It's a shame on us. We are far behind. And do you know that the Bible, which is supposed to be the holy scripture of the Christian, of the Western world, do you know that according to last year's statistics, they have translated the Bible into 2,032 different languages. 2,032 different languages. That was the status more than 1 to 1.5 years back. Now I don't know what's the latest. 2,032 different languages. Do you know how many languages the Holy Qur'an has been translated in? Do you know? Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess? How many languages? How many? Can anyone guess? No one can guess also. It's a shame. We don't even know. Leave aside we have translated. We don't even know. Muslims don't even know how many languages our glorious Qur'an, the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has been translated in. Hardly 100 languages, maybe little more than 100 languages. Only. And the Christian missionaries, they say that even after translating the Bible into 2,032 different languages, yet they only reach 80% of the world. Only 80%. Now imagine with 100 languages, how much percentage of the world are we reaching? 100 means hardly 5% of 2,000. It's a shame on us. Little bit more than 100. That's also recently. A few decades earlier, it was negligible. It's recently in the past few years that we have translated various languages. And the Christian missionaries, do you know, only in Arabic, they have translated the Bible in 11 different dialects. Different for the Egyptian, different for the Saudi. 11 different dialects in Arabic alone. Catching fish. 11 different dialects. In Arabic alone. I mean, different. Because Arabic is one, but different styles is there. We have not even translated the Quran. Very few, recently. The English translation came just recently. The first English translation was done by a non-Muslim, maligning Islam in Latin. Then by George Sale, translated from there. And then we Muslims woke up, oh, they are maligning Islam, and then we make an effort. It's a shame on us. If you analyze the periodical, non-electronic media, talking about annual periodicals, biannually, quarterly, or monthly, how many international Islamic magazines do we have? How many? How many? Yes, we know of Muslim World League, Impact International, Juma. I doubt whether any of you may have heard. Few may have heard about this. Majority may not have heard. It's unknown. Only those who are in the field. But there are very few. Very few. But even these magazines that are there, it mainly goes to the Muslims. If you analyze the Christian missionary Plain Truth, have you heard about Plain Truth? Who hasn't heard about Plain Truth? Raise up your hand. Who hasn't heard of the magazine Plain Truth? Plain Truth, Plain Truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10. 5 I could have got 10. Only 10 people did not hear about Plain Truth. That means more than 90% of the audience know about plain truth. Plain truth. How many heard about the Juma magazine? It's Islamic magazine. 1, 2. How many people heard about the Impact International? Supposed to be very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yet, it's a shame. See, the international magazines of Muslim Ummah supposed to be the best. Horizon, Muslim World League, maximum circulation. Less than 5% of the Muslims know. And the non-Muslim plain truth, which is distributed free of charge in millions of copies, less than 5% don't know. This is the situation. It's a shame on us. You know, plain truth, they give free, millions of copies. It's a missionary magazine. And the amount of articles that they take out with expertise, they have the best of writers there. The best quality of paper you find. 4-color job. And besides this, plain truth goes to more non-Christian than Christians. The Muslim magazine go more to Muslims than very few non-Muslims. Majority complementary, that also. And if you analyze, even in the local magazines, we have several local magazines, and even in India, the best that I know of, which has the maximum circulation, is Islamic Voice. There are also hardly 15,000. And the person, Sadatullah Khan Sahab, Brother Sadatullah Khan, is a close friend of mine. He's from Bangalore. He's doing a wonderful job. Wonderful job. May Allah give him jazaik khair. But yet, compared to the Western world, nowhere. It's one of the best monthly newspaper or magazine you want to call it. It has the maximum circulation. The others which are running for 10 years, 20 years, 5,000, 6,000, some 2,000, some 1,000. Shame on us. 20 years we're operating. Nothing. No results. And majority of these papers also go to Muslims. At least Islamic Voice, I'm told, that more than 3,000 go to non-Muslims. Alhamdulillah. But even in these Islamic magazines that we have, it only gives a picture of Islam, which is important. But if you see the magazines run by Christian missionaries, they, besides promoting Christianity, they do in a subtle way, they even give you day-to-day knowledge. So even if you're not interested in Christianity, you will take the magazine to know what's happening in the world. And then indirectly, you are being inoculated with their message. You know Time magazine? Who doesn't know Time magazine out here? Say everyone knows. Newsweek, who doesn't know? Everyone knows. 100%. 100%. Time magazine is a weekly magazine, supposed to be neutral, supposed to be neutral, and supposed to be unbiased. But you can see the material that's there. It's bombarding the Muslims, attacking Islam. And when Sheikh Dizad, you may have heard of Sheikh Ahmad Dizad, alhamdulillah, he's not well at present, may Allah give him shifa. He wanted to give an ad. Future World Constitution. Future World Constitution. It was an advertisement of the glorious Qur'an. Sheikh Didar wanted to pay whatever the normal charges is, he wanted to pay for a full page in the Time magazine. And the Time magazine refused the advertisement. Imagine. They refused a paid advertisement from IPCI, Islamic Propagation Center International, because it was promoting Quran. Can you believe? Supposed to be neutral, supposed to be unbiased. The Time magazine refused, saying we are allowed to refuse any advertisement without giving any reason. That's one of the clauses. Indirectly, the clause is that they want to refuse things which go against them or which favor the Muslims. It's not mentioned in black and white, but that's in hidden words. Imagine. Indirectly, they are inoculating the people, the masses, with their philosophy and with anti-propaganda against Islam. How many daily newspapers do we have? How many Islamic daily newspapers? We don't have a single international daily Islamic newspaper. It's a shame on us. Like how New York Times, you'll get any part of the world. All the major cities of the world, you'll get New York Times. You'll get in Bombay, you'll get in Delhi, you'll get in Madras, New York Times. We Muslims have local papers. Maybe in Bombay you have few Urdu papers. Maybe in Kerala you have few Malayalam papers, local papers. The circulation is very limited. In Bombay, maybe 10,000, 20,000, maximum 30 to 40,000 or 50,000, limited. Compared to Times of India, 4 lakhs, 400,000. And even these newspapers, Urdu newspapers in Bombay, 99% or 98% are being read by Muslims only. not by non-Muslims. So how can you spread Islam? How can you convey a message to the non-Muslims?